I thought I would do a little tractor stories on each of the tractors I got, why I got them, how I got them, etc., etc. Um, for those of you that are interested, those of you that have subscribed and keep track, pretty much know what I have. But I thought I would take some time and tell you the stories behind them. So we'll start with the International 966. It's a 1971. I don't remember. I think I bought it in 2005, like 10 years ago. It had like 2,600 hours or something on it. I bought it from a guy that kind of would buy equipment at farm sales or retirement sales, estate sales, and then bring it back to Iowa and then resell them. So this came off of a estate sale from Minnesota. It's original paint. It's 2015. It has, I think, like 6,800 hours on it. It's kind of hard to read the hour meter. The glass in front is kind of discolored, so you gotta get it in about the right light to read it. So this is the first tractor I ever bought. Those of you who know my story, I'm basically a first generation cattle feeder, cow rancher. I started off, my grandparents were farmers. My parents were not. I didn't have the opportunity to farm, so after college I started as a herdsman for a cow-calf operation, the same farm I'm at today. After they retired, I started my own cow herd. But basically I had, so when my former employees retired, I rented the farm from them, and so I needed a tractor. This was in my price range. I looked at several different ones. 100 PTO horsepower, which I knew from experience that it would be enough to do what I wanted to do or needed to do with it. Basically, it was 2/3 the price of a John Deere. Technically, I'm from a John Deere family. My grandparents had John Deere, so, and my uncles and all that stuff. But I guess I didn't. I like these old, the 66 series Internationals. And actually, one of my uncles, when he started farming, even though his dad and my grandpa had green tractors, he started with our red ones. So I like the old Internationals. So anyway, I found this tractor. Very little hours on it, in my price range. So this is the one I bought. Like I said, I had like 22 or 300 hours on it. I think it's got 6,800 hours on it now. But this tractor was my only tractor, and it did everything as far as feeding cattle. Fed cattle, ran the TMR wagon, ran the manure spreader, ran the baler, ran hay mower, rake, and everything. This is the second set of tires on it, on the rears. They're 18-4-34s. The fronts, this is about the third or fourth set of tires on it. The grill fell out this spring and got ran over and busted to pieces. I'm still looking for a replacement. I have one more place to contact that I know will have one. A couple places I contacted had really cheesy junk ones, plastic and just crap. So we're still running without a grill. If you've seen my videos, you've noticed missing 2 lights. They got knocked out from the tractor chains a while ago, and just haven't got around to replacing them yet. But this tractor has basically ran flawlessly but it's been worked really hard. It's had the clutch replaced twice. The clutch that is in it now is supposed to go in a 1066. It's a lot heavier. Basically, this tractor, I wore it out last fall. So this winter, there's a mechanic in town that works on these types of tractors, kind of almost exclusively, and he knows what he's doing. So basically, this tractor right now is almost brand new. New clutch in it. The TA had went out, or was about to go out. The TA was replaced. Basically, when they have the tractor split all apart, it's just cheaper to put a new one in while it's done. Well, it's split apart. The front end, the steering arms, the tie rods were all original. They've been replaced. Knock on wood, the engine is still original. The water pump has been replaced. Couple of set of batteries, 1 or 2 starters over the years. PTO clutch has been done twice. We still have a little bit of hydraulic leaks somewhere, but I think that's just an O-ring issue. Like I said, some of the lights we need to rewire, redo. New seat. And then there's several new gears in the transmission that have been replaced this year. Basically, I just basically told him make it work. Because I guess this tractor, if I can help it, I had never planned to sell it. It was my first tractor I ever bought. But it's done more than its fair share of work around here. Like I said before, did everything. And then after we got the 4430, this tractor basically was glued to the TMR wagon nonstop. So basically for the last several years, that's all it's done was TMR feeding. Feed wagon, which actually that's the most hours, the most use around here would be on the feed wagon. So it ran the feed wagon pretty much all the time. Put a heat houser on it in the wintertime. If it got too slick, we put chains on the tires. Then when I got the 6125M, that took over the feed wagon use. So this tractor this past year is basically just we raked hay. It's been on the hay rake in the summertime. Right now it's on the calf cart when we move calves out of the calving barn. So that's what it's been doing. It's hauled manure this summer a little bit when the 44 was mowing hay or something, but for the most part it's kind of not been used a whole lot. But after I've kind of figured out how many hours each piece of equipment uses, it might end up, my original plan was to put this back on the feed wagon in the summertime. The only reason that the M is on the feed wagon like during the winter time is for the front wheel assist and to get through snow, and then in the spring feeding cows on the dirt to get through the mud. The mud's only a couple inches deep, but it's just slippery and slimy, and that much weight behind you, it can be a little issue. Pulled it, and we've gotten this thing stuck a couple times. Just not that we dug a hole, but you just can't go. We'll get into cornstalk baling. I might put this one back onto the feed wagon for a while. The M is really nice to run, but I'm gonna have that one wore out before too long, and then these other tractors will be barely used. So we're gonna try to figure out how to kind of spread our use apart. But yeah, this is 1971 International 966, 100 PTO horsepower, first tractor I ever bought. I've put maybe 4,000 to 5,000 hours on it, and keep in mind when I started farming or ranching or whatever you want to call it, I only had about 60 cows, and now we got close to 300, plus they're feeding 500 head of cattle a year, so we're kind of to our maximum now, but in the beginning we weren't. But all in all, this tractor ran really well. I guess we did break the drawbar off of it once. Put that much weight on him, but and running a TMR wagon, the PTO is running all the time, or most of the time. You're stepping on the clutch, I think 150 some odd times a day. You're shifting gears, forward, reverse. So that's what really wears tractors out. That's the kind of the story on the 966. My last little mention is, if you plan on using a tractor like I do, I would strongly suggest that you do your homework. I know what I have spent on this tractor. This tractor, when I bought it, had very little hours on it, and I got a lot of use out of it before I started putting repairs into it. But when I started putting repairs into it, this tractor actually cost me more per hour to use than that one. Which it's hard to understand or believe, but if you're going to use them for 100 hours, that's fine. But if you're going to put 12 or 1,500 hours on them a year, I would strongly suggest not buying a tractor that has 6,000 hours on them, because they'll end up costing you more than a brand new one. It was kind of an eye-opener to me. And it's the same way with the 4430. And both of these tractors were not used and abused when I got them. They're pretty low hours, and not a lot of use on them or whatever. But the tractors only last so long, and before you need to repair it, and then when the repairs get expensive. But anyway, that's the 966. Thanks for watching.